Sabhaku Namaskaram. My dear young friends, Hyderabad Metro Rail is a unique project. For the first time in the world, we built this metro rail system in public-private partnership, PPP mode. When I contemplated this project to be built as a PPP project, when I said that Hyderabad needs a metro, people scoffed at me. అందరూ నవ్వారన్నమాట. ఈ NVS రెడ్డి పిచ్చోడు పాగలాద్మి, ఓకే, హైదరాబాద్ని బర్బాద్ చేస్తాడు. హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు రూయిన్ హైదరాబాద్ సిటీ. ద రోడ్స్ ఆఫ్ హైదరాబాద్ విల్ బి కన్వర్టెడ్ ఇన్ టు రైల్వే ట్రాక్. రైల్వే ట్రాక్ చూసారు కదా, ఏముంటుంది ట్రాక్ మీద? బ్యాలెస్ట్ విల్ బి దర్, కంకర ఉంటుంది. అట్లాగా ఈయన హైదరాబాద్ రోడ్లు కంకరతో నింపేస్తాడు. కంకరతో నింపేస్తే ఇంక మీరు అసలు హైదరాబాద్లో తిరిగే పరిస్థితి ఉండదు. యూ విల్ నాట్ బి ఏబుల్ టు travel in Hyderabad roads. Actually, cars can't move on Hyderabad roads. This kind of campaign, constant Goebbels tactics was used actually to attack my project. First of all, it said it's impossible. Okay, not ordinary people. You've got to be extremely careful. See, if you want to follow rut, it's very easy. But if you want to be a path breaker, if you want to make your own way and you want to show the direction to the rest of the world, actually, you have got to have guts, you have to have gumption, you have to have fire in the belly. And as our ex-vice president has mentioned, many of us have come from the villages. మనం చాలామంది, నేను కూడా పల్లెటూరులో పుట్టాను. ఓకే, స్టడీడ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు ఫర్ ఎ లాంగ్ టైమ్. అప్ టు గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఐ స్టడీడ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. బట్ I could appear for competitive exam, get into a good position, and then I could show the way as to how things can be done differently. That's what is important. So, when we started this project, in this very house I was attacked. Actually, that day they wanted to have police firing. I asked my people, see, they came, sir, situation is going out of hands. I said, no, their intention is to provoke us so that there will be police firing and this project will be stopped. So, I will face the music. So, that's what I faced music. So, there were 370 court cases. Every court case during this project, see, for about 12 years I have not taken a single day off, whether it is Saturday, whether it is Sunday, whether it was any festival day. All the time NVS Reddy used to be either in the office or walking. Famous padayatras, it was called NVS Reddy's padayatras. Daily for about 10 kilometers I used to walk. There are 2,600 pillars for Hyderabad Metro. I can write 2,600 chapters as to how I solved each of these pillars problem. Okay, those kind of situation we faced. 370 court cases we faced. Heritage issues they talked about. They said Salarjung పోయింది, చార్మినార్ పోయింది, మొత్తం హైదరాబాద్లో all the heritage structures of Hyderabad is going to ruin. That was one campaign. I said, fine, if you want to think that it's done. But today what happened? Okay, not a single structure was touched. Okay, same is the case with school. All the anarchists of the country, led by Medha Patkar, you know, ask our Prime Minister, he would tell you how she stopped Narmada project for 20 years in Gujarat. Okay, that lady came. All the anarchists actually agitated against me. Every second day my effigy used to be burnt. In some corner or the other of the city, my effigy used to be burnt. I said, so if you want to burn my effigy to your heart's content, you burn your effigy. But this is my philosophy. I'll do this. What Hyderabad needs, I know. I have studied because I have done research for about 1 year, how to solve the traffic problems of the city. And that's how we have arrived at this solution. And we did not have the money that is required for implementing this kind of a project. Today, 22,000 crore project. Crore rupees, we have spent $3 billion we spent on this project. Nowhere in the world it has happened. America cannot even think of actually doing a project like this in public-private partnership. New York Times wrote an editorial. At that time, my son was working in McKinsey in New York. One day he rang me up and he said, Dad, you have become a hero here. I said, what happened? New York Times today wrote a special editorial. Don't underestimate Indians. Their roads may be chaotic. Their postal system may not work properly. Their railway system may not work properly. But once Indians take to reforms, they can go to the extreme, other extreme actually. Today, can you imagine that an Indian city is implementing a mass transit system costing $3 billion in PPP? It's unthinkable. 90% of the investment has come from the private sector. Okay? For the first time in the world, there are 250 metro systems in the world. All are built with government money. Government money means it's your money and my money. As against that, I wanted to do it with private money so that the public exchequer is not affected much. So that needs guts, that needs gumption. Okay? So 370 court cases we faced, all the agitations I faced, 30 religious structures were to be, you know how Hyderabad is. Okay? By next day morning, it all depends actually. Chettukayu, rangu batti, egaresina janda batti, matankhayam avutundi. The color of flag that is tied to the tree, that decides actually which religious structure will come tomorrow. If it's a Hara Janda, next day morning a small chilla or a dargah will appear. If it's a saffron Janda, next day morning a small temple will appear. The small temple will slowly become bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay? This kind of things actually we used to face. 30 religious structures. Even if, apart from about 200 ordinary small religious structures. To deal with a religious structure, it requires tremendous patience. 1.5 years of patient negotiations are required, and nobody should know that actually you are handling that religious structure. Especially the political leaders should not know, media should not know. You have to very carefully handle it. ISKCON, they burnt my effigy 3 times in ISKCON temple. I said, I am not touching the temple. But please give us right of way, because it's a rail structure. It cannot go straight actually. See, there is some curvature limitation. We are going away from your structure. So we'll just go over the land. I will give you compensation for that. But they said, no, NVS Reddy is ruining this. Okay? He is anti-Hindu. Okay? He is against Hindu religion. They used to say. If it's a mosque, he is against Muslims, they would say. If it is a church, they would say he is against Christians, etc. There used to be representations against me to Sonia Gandhi and who else, God knows, all the people, including United Nations, they would have given a representation against me. But we faced all that. Today, what happened? The same people who attacked me in this very house, they are garlanding me. Okay? That's what I said. Actually, దిష్టిబొమ్మ కాల్చినోళ్ళే సన్మానాలు చేస్తామని వద్దన్నా వారెచ్చరి పూమాలలు శాలువాలు వద్దన్నా వారేసరి పూమాలలు శాలువాలు. I wrote recently. So like this, so many things we faced. Apart from that, I thought actually the structures will have to be unique structures. They will not be simple engineering structures. Okay? నా అక్షరాలు వెన్నెల్లో ఆడుకున్న అందమైన ఆడపిల్లలు అన్నాడు ఎవరు? తిలక్. ఓకే? ఆయన రాసినట్లుగానే నేనేమన్నానంటే నా నిర్మాణాలు వెన్నెలలో ఆడుకునే అందమైన ఆడపిల్లలు అని చెప్పేసి మా ఇంజనీర్స్ అందరికీ చెప్పి విల్ హ్యావ్ టు బిల్డ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్, దే విల్ హ్యావ్ టు బి డామ్సెల్స్ డాన్సింగ్ ఇన్ మూన్ లైట్ అని చెప్తే అదేనమాట. ఇంజనీర్లు కట్టినట్టే కంబాలవే కానకావు, ఇంజనీర్లు కట్టినట్టే కంబాలవే కానకావు, వెన్నెలలో ఆడుకునే అందమైన ఆడపిల్లలవి అని చెప్పేసి ఐ రోట్. టుడే వాట్ ఎవర్ వీ హ్యావ్ డన్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్, ఇట్స్ ఎ యునీక్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. వాట్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్డ్ అసాధ్యం అనుకున్న దాన్ని మనం సుసాధ్యం చేయగలిగాము. వాట్ ఈస్ కన్సిడర్డ్ టు బి ఎ జింక్స్ ప్రాజెక్ట్, టుడే ఇట్స్ బీయింగ్ హేల్డ్, including New York, everywhere I was felicitated, all over the world I give lectures. 350 awards so far we got it. It all happened because of our determination to achieve, to get success, to make a unique structure in Hyderabad and show to the rest of the world what Indians are capable of. This is what we have done. If I have done, a person coming from ordinary village, actually if I can do it, you can do much better. Okay? Whichever service you get into, civil service is an excellent opportunity to serve the nation. I got offers from the private sector offering crores of rupees salary, but I said, this is a unique opportunity, it's a God-given opportunity. Once you get into civil service, whichever service you are in, of course if you are in the IAS, it gives you tremendous scope because the scope is much broader, but whichever service you get into, it's a God-given opportunity to serve the nation and to repay whatever debt, because we are the microscopic minority having the benefit of education at the cost of the rest of the Indian society. So we must give something back to the society. So with this message, I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much for Krishna Pradeep 21st Century IAS Academy for calling me today. It is not a recognition for me. ఈ పురస్కారం నాది కాదు, మా ఇంజనీర్ల బుద్ధి బలానిది, మా కార్మికుల ఘర్మ జలానిది. వాళ్ళ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ హార్డ్ వర్క్, దేర్ సిన్సియారిటీ, I today recognize with humble attitude మీ అందరికీ శిరస్సు వంచి వారి తరఫున ఈ పురస్కారాన్ని నేను స్వీకరించానని చెప్పేసి మీకు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. ఆల్ ద వెరీ బెస్ట్ మై డియర్ యంగ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఆల్ ద వెరీ బెస్ట్ టు యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.